restores Villa's lead. Villa 2, Leicester City 1. Leon Bailey.
Leon Bailey has been a hot topic at Aston Villa, but could a move in the winter transfer window be the next big step in his career? Join Premier 7 right now for the big chat. All good things must come to an end, but the memories remain forever. Welcome to Premier 7, everyone. I am your host, Ryan Nelson. I hope that you all are having a day of peace. Today on the channel, I will be speaking about Jamaica and Aston Villa's winger in Leon Bailey. Knowing that fans are becoming frustrated with him, and more so, they would love for him to be sold in the January transfer window. In other words, the winter transfer window. People, if you're new to Premier 7, please go ahead and subscribe. I have 1,702 subscribers. With your support, the more you subscribe, the channel will grow. Also, if you are already a subscriber, then you know what to do. So, I just want to say that the topic of importance today is possible moves. 3 clubs for Leon Bailey should he leaves Aston Villa in the winter transfer window. People, if you like what is being said thus far, you can go ahead and, of course, add some likes to this video. On the agenda for this topic, I am going to revisit the news that was being posted on Leon Bailey. Furthermore, I will talk about him by way of an assessment. Then, of course, shed some light on the 3 potential clubs that could suit Leon Bailey's potential, and also why a potential move would be good for Leon Bailey, then conclude and, of course, move on from this video. For you too, of course, drop your comments and all of those important stuff. But before I really and truly dive into the meat of the matter, people, Premier 7 has launched a website, and I am not sure if I am the first person in the YouTube space in Jamaica to do so, but I believe that connection with the fans here and overseas can be done in other ways as well, and I would like to share this important website with you. As you can see, it is available. You can check out the various pages thus far, the About section, where you can vote. Click the poll, of course. There you see you can add your votes, of course, and the gallery, which includes the various thumbnails, you name it, on the channel. So people, you can check out the video description about Premier 7's new blog page or website. All right, so Leon Bailey, the hot topic for, let's say, Jamaica football. And in that case, people, I think a lot of persons would love for him to leave Aston Villa. Could be a dip in the form, could be several factors. But once the fans would love to see you go, then something isn't suiting them. So here's the past news that states Villa fans pour frustration on Bailey. So one Aston Villa supporter described Jamaica winger Leon Bailey as frustrating, while others called him a joke following the team's 2-2 draw with Brighton Hove and Albion in the English Premier League EPL on the weekend. Now, this isn't the latest match that Aston Villa played, but this match was an example of frustration shared by the fans, and coming down the line, then again, the frustration still continues. So I just want to point out some important parts here that states in this highlighted area. So Bailey is so frustrating, he wrote. We all know he got the ability to beat players, but the end result is so poor, and he's now trying to score from impossible position. And that is one of the supporters, of course, who talked about Leon Bailey. Furthermore, we have had the same problems all season with Ezri Konsa being asked to play at right back, and it's such a negative tactics. UTV, another Aston Villa fan, continued that nothing is working for the Jamaican at this time and that his performance on the night was laughable. Bailey was a joke. Everything he tries fail, he stated. Another fan, commenter Danmo 9 said that team's right side where Bailey normally plays has been problematic all season and needs improvement. So the news was being shared saying that fans aren't satisfied with Leon Bailey. He's a joke. The right hand side is problematic. I think it could be a change in tactics, or Leon Bailey should go. Then again, we can understand that Malin came in from Borussia Dortmund. Could Leon Bailey go the other direction? The window is still open, people. So let's do an assessment of Leon Bailey this season, or in more details, season by season, right? To see what is really happening to Leon Bailey. Of course, he's a player who go through several injuries, but it happens to the best of us in football. Is Leon Bailey an injury-prone player? That is for you to say. So, looking on his statistics, we know he's mainly a right winger, but he can play in different positions. But for him at Aston Villa, since 2021-22 season, 18 appearances, one assist, well, one goal, two assists. 2022-23 season, 33 appearances, 4 goals, 4 assists. 2023-24 season, which was his best, 35 appearances, 10 goals, 9 assists. And this season, 2024-25, 19 appearances, 1 goal, 2 assists. A huge dip in form. Is it a case for which he's playing too many games, or his injuries starts to act upon him again, because he's a person who normally have issues with his thigh and also arm string. But I mean, he is that type of player who can bring a difference to the table. But we're seeing here that his form has dipped in terms of his goal contribution, and the fans themselves aren't all that pleased with his performances. Not one game or two game, but several games. They aren't in support of Leon Bailey. And the question is, should Leon Bailey leave Aston Villa? Should he leave? But Unai Emery may want to keep him because there's Champions League that Aston Villa is a part of. I think they're gonna play Celtic tomorrow, the 29th of January 2025. And squad depth is important. Of course, Jacob Ramsey, a Jamaican target, has returned to Aston Villa, who scored against West Ham on the weekend. Malin is coming on, so I think the squad depth will be important. But Leon Bailey out, potentially bringing somebody else, who that could be, because Leon Bailey is a player who is valued above £20 million to me, and on the transfer market as well. So let's discuss the 3 potential clubs that could suit Leon Bailey. All right. I have 3 clubs here in mind, and I'm going to go by way of my personal interest, or let's say step by step, not in any form of order, really. So the first club that I think Leon Bailey could go to is Everton. The Premier League is one of the most competitive leagues, if not the most competitive league in England, or let's say in Europe. Everton is currently 16th in the Premier League. They are struggling. They need a bit of boost. Of course, it would come like a change in manager, whereas new managers comes in, players career revamped, performance improve, as we can see or would know. Everton has won, I think, 2 games back to back. They beated Spurs, I think 3-2, of course, and Spurs is somewhat close to Everton in the Premier League. So with a Leon Bailey going into Everton, it would be a boost for them in terms of the right hand side, the right wing that is. They need creativity, they need pace, and of course they should try their best to avoid relegation. So Bailey could become a key player in the front line for the Evertonians, right? And Lindstrom, who is the right winger, I think Leon Bailey is miles above him. And also he could have squad depth, of course, to Everton. Of course, there will be pressure though, because Everton is facing a relegation battle. But Leon Bailey would, I think, be in a position to adapt to Everton, seeing that less games, of course, and he will be given more opportunities. But then again, the pressure, as I've said before, could be on him. Right? So let me know what you think so far. Another potential club, let's go over to Italy, AC Milan. AC Milan is one of those top clubs. I think it would be good for Leon Bailey in terms of also squad depth. Less pressure on him, seeing that they have big names like Rafael Leo, um, Christian Pulisic. A lot of big players are playing at AC Milan. And players like even Morata. Sometimes I think the coach wants to change up his tactics. For example, putting a Rafael Leo at the head, Pulisic to the right. Then again, with Bailey in, Bailey could play on the right hand side if Chipomeka isn't playing. So that shows that the players would be versatile, squad depth would be added, and I think because of the inconsistency of in AC Milan this season, Leon Bailey could add potential increase in terms of performances and results, wins that is for the club, and of course it would make sense seeing that he's a player who is more direct in terms of his playing style, and that is something that Milan also do. They like when players can take control of the games that they're in playoff, and with his speed and directness, it could help AC Milan go above or upwards in the Serie A table. They're currently seventh, so they would like to finish back in the Champions League spot. They're currently in the Champions League, and for a club like AC Milan to be out of the Champions League, then revenues would be lost. The challenge though is that there will be competition for spots, and I'm hoping then if that do happens for Lionel to move to an AC Milan, his injuries though would not be an issue. But it's a slower league, as what many persons would say, so he would have time to adapt. As I've said before, the pressure would not be there as if he should go to an Everton. The pressure in the case of which he would become a talisman at Everton, similar to Aston Villa, and he would have to try his best to help them fight relegation. So a move to AC Milan could be a better move for the Jamaican winger, and I think the AC Milan fans could, of course, love a Leon Bailey. Now, the final club on my list here is Borussia Dortmund. Milan here, Bailey go there. Of course, Adeyemi is on the list of Napoli, who wants a right winger, seeing that they are not in closeness of getting a Garnacho. So Bailey could be a potential candidate to play for Borussia Dortmund. I think the gold and black would fit him quite well in terms of appearance. Hopefully, the Jamaica form doesn't flush on him because that would be a double negative for Alien Bailey. But of course, you have Adeyemi going to a Napoli, all goes well. Then you have Gittins on the left hand side, Bailey on the Gittins, just to confirm, on the left hand side, Bailey on the right hand side. Of course, Girassi in the head of things. Dortmund is in not a good state in the German league. Of course, they are not fighting for relegation battle. They are currently at 11th in the league table. Dortmund is a big club, a club that builds young talent, and other clubs soup them up. If Dortmund was that club, even Ajax who restore or keep their young talents to become world beaters, then those teams would win a lot more trophies. But that's how those clubs are currently operating. So with an experienced player like a Leon Bailey going to Borussia Dortmund injury free, it would be good. I think Sancho was that talisman on the right hand end. I think Leon Bailey could somewhat match up to what Sancho did. Seeing that Sancho isn't at his best when he came to the Premier League, not good at Manchester United, a bit of ups and downs at Chelsea, so his market value really and truly declined. So Leon Bailey could also go to a Dortmund and then he become that player who could at least lift the wall, the the gold and black wall. Of course, it's a wonderful fan base. Jim McCarthy can tell you how wonderful it is to be at Borussia Dortmund as a supporting fan. Now, people, what is your say though for Leon Bailey going to one of these three clubs? I think it would be a good look for him to make a move, seeing that whenever the fans are becoming frustrated with you, then moving could be a good idea. So, what are some reasons though why a potential move would be good for Leon Bailey? Next year is the FIFA World Cup, and I think Leon Bailey would love to play for Jamaica in the World Cup. Not Jamaica's best player, but knowing that Mason Greenwood is on the radar, same way, and things are somewhat better off, we can say to some extent that Leon Bailey could hear that Mason Greenwood is playing for Jamaica, and that dynamic front three or front four, Leon Bailey would love to be a part of that. So it would be good for him to go to a different club if Aston Villa would want to get rid of him. One of those clubs that are not in a position of fighting for um or fighting in a relegation battle. So a Dortmund or a AC Milan could be good because AC Milan is a Champions League type of club. No pressure really. Big stars are there. Dortmund, could also be potentially a team that finished in the European spot. You never can tell, but Everton is a team that it's very hard to stay above the waters in. So that's one of the reasons. Lack of consistency, game time, and form could be a reason why they want to sell him so he could build his form in a different environment, get a different challenge for which he will get better opportunities and become accustomed to different fan base. I think he was a player that did very well at Leverkusen in the Bundesliga, so why not going back to the league that made you the star that you are today? So in conclusion, people, a possible move for Leon Bailey could be good, but you never can tell. So while staying at Aston Villa might give Leon Bailey more time to prove himself, a move to a club like Everton, Milan, or Dortmund could offer the perfect reset to unlock his full potential. So what do you think? Should Leon Bailey stay or go? And which club is the best fit for him? So people, it is your time now to let me know what you think about the topic. Possible moves, three clubs for Leon Bailey should he leaves Aston Villa in the winter transfer window. Of course, Premier 7 is that particular type of YouTube page or YouTube channel that will take into consideration what you say and, of course, have a discussion there and then. So, people, take care, goodbye, and be safe.